So today we're going to be testing out some overhyped makeup products that have literally sold out before they even hit the stores. We're also going to be reviewing a foundation that went so viral last year, I couldn't wait to see if it worked on our mature skin. It is the Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation, and then I picked up the new Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. So I wanted to see if the hype was real or not. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. I finally got my hands on this Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. And let me tell you something. It was sold out forever at Sephora and I finally got my hands on it. You know how they do those notifications and it was like, hey, Catherine, your foundation is in. It was originally $48 and they bumped the price up to $52. That really makes me angry. I've never started out a video angry, but I'm calm now. You know what? Buyer beware. There was a need for this foundation. They answered it and they raised the price. That kind of ticks me off. But it looks fantastic on everybody that I've seen it on, and I wanted to see if it would work for our mature skin. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've already tested out this foundation, of course. I mean, at $52 a pop, you better believe I'll be testing this out and making sure if it's worth that money. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my skin with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Foundation in Translucent. And I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit to the center of my cheeks where I have pores and kind of smooth out that area. I did test out the Mercier foundation last week. Oh my gosh, yeah, I have some thoughts, and make sure you stay till the end so you get the full report. Now it comes in 29 shades and I picked up the shade Cashew N1, which is light with neutral undertones. And you guys, I really guessed. I looked at all the pictures online and I kind of did the test thing, and that's the shade that I ended up selecting. Hopefully it'll be a good shade match for me. It's boasting some really, really big claims, and I hope for the price tag of $48, it's worth every penny. It's supposed to have a natural finish, medium to buildable coverage, it's long wearing, waterproof. It's supposed to be cake-free coverage. It's supposed to be perfecting, and it contains blurring bamboo silk powders and a hydrolipid matrix that balances moisture and shine control to maintain skin's optimal state. It also contains vitamin E, camellia seed, and cacao extract. Cacao, isn't that like coffee? Cocoa? Interesting. It comes in a nice frosted glass and in a pump. I'm not sure if you're supposed to shake it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the texture. What's very interesting, when you pump it out, not a big pump comes out. Look how tiny that is. She is small. Usually when you pump something out, a bunch comes out. No. In this case, a tiny bit. So it says you're supposed to put it on your brush. So I'm going to do 2 pumps. Way to get you to use the product, right? And you're supposed to go in with a thick, dense foundation brush, and I'm going in with my BK101. This is a fabulous stippling foundation brush, and it says to make sure you get it on the brush and then apply it. Oh, what's very interesting, as soon as I tested this out the other day, it feels like no other foundation I've ever tried. Like literal silk. You can feel the silicones in this. Like it is so slippery, and it has a really super thin, lightweight consistency. That is the first thing I noticed right off the bat. But as you can see, look at the coverage. It's it's kind of sheer. I kind of think, you know what? Oh, I'm afraid to put more on there, but it's not supposed to get cakey. That's 2 pumps? Are you serious? Wow. Okay, hang on, yeah. If you purchase this foundation and you love it, you're definitely gonna use more than your traditional 1 pump. Man, they figured out how to get this pump and how to distribute just a teeny weeny bit so you use more. The coverage is pretty good. Medium, I'll give it that. And I'm gonna turn down my lights just so you can see the difference on this side. There. I'm gonna try putting it right on top of the brush. 2 pumps right there. But when I saw the video of the girl doing it, wow, it looked so seamless. It really does feel like a satin paint. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. It feels so satiny smooth. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Typically, I don't apply foundation this way. I really don't. I'm going against my will. Oh. Oh, wow. I think it's much better if you put it on top of the foundation brush. You're not going to lose that product when you put it on the back of your hand, but way better on this side. Look at that. It is a little streaky. You see how it's streaky when I do that? So what I'm going to do is just kind of stipple it in now. Wow. Okay. Definitely pretty. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to go up by my forehead. I don't have a very big forehead, so that looks pretty good. Super smoothing. Look how pretty that is. Now, definitely this side needs a little bit more, so this is how many pumps now? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more on this side. 5. I can count. And let's go ahead and apply it right to that. I told you, not a lot comes out. So now I'm just going to apply it the way I did on the other side and see if I can get the same results and get more coverage. This must be a world record for me. I've never put 5 pumps of foundation on my face. Amazingly enough, it doesn't feel heavy. It's boasting weightless. I mean, it's called weightless in the actual title of the foundation, and they're absolutely correct. This feels so light on the skin. It looks very glowy, very smoothing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of color corrector. Since this is such a luminous foundation, it is really pretty. It is super glowy. I'm gonna go in with the Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector, SPF 41. I reviewed this a couple of weeks ago, have been really enjoying it. I've learned how to just boop, kind of pump a tiny bit out, like that. And I'm just gonna tap it in here and kind of, oh, that feels so good, and kind of blend it in. I think it's gonna look and work really well with this foundation, but I do have some really bad dark circles this morning. I stayed up late last night with the puppies. If you didn't know and see on my community page, we adopted a new corgi. Her name was Zelda, but Ava named her Faye. So she is Miss Faye. She is such a wonderful addition to our family. She and Hondo are like 2 peas in a pod, and it is so funny because Hondo is such a big German Shepherd and she's a tiny corgi puppy. She's, I think, 4 months old. She has just brought so much love and so much happiness into our home. I am so excited, and Ava absolutely adores her, but she's technically Ava's dog. I've been really enjoying this color corrector, especially on no makeup days. And it just blends in seamlessly. Plus, it has that extra insurance of SPF 41. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap that in. And then I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of concealer, and I'm just gonna go in with my tried and true Tower 28 concealer. I haven't used this in a really long time because I've really been testing out other concealers and color correctors. I guess I've just been really into color correctors recently. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on my eyelid, and I really don't feel like I need concealer under my nose because it's really covering up that redness. Wow, okay, turning out great so far. So let's go ahead and tap in the concealer. Oh, that works really well together. I love how you can't see where the concealer ends and the foundation begins. Pretty seamless, pretty seamless. I'm really liking this so far. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a cream bronzer, and today I'm going in with the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in Hey Honey, and I'm just gonna take it on a brush and see how it plays with this foundation. See if it gets patchy, see if it wears off, see if they can play nice together. Oh, that's pretty. I have been loving this cream bronzer. I can't put it down. It's affordable, it's beautiful, it's not pulling too orange, and it's just giving back some warmth into the skin. This looks great. Now that we're all bronzed up, I can't wait to dive into the brand new Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. Now this is a stain for both your lips and your cheeks, and it's got the most unique texture, consistency I've ever seen. It's almost like Jell-O. I'm not kidding. They retail for $24 each and they come in 4 shades. I picked up 2. I picked up the shade Chill, which is a bright red, and then I picked up Burst, which is like a hot pink. They're so cute, but they kind of remind me of, I don't know, play makeup. You know, when you were a little girl and you had that play makeup, but it's the consistency. It is the texture that is really going viral. And let me show you. It looks like those push pops. That's what it looks like. And I swear it looks like Jell-O. It's super bouncy. And then look at my fingers. Oh yeah, this is Chill. Look at this color. Oh, so cool. So let's go ahead and swatch Burst. Oh my God, that is so, it is cooling. Holy moly, this is so cool. It's like bouncy Jell-O. That is Burst. And then this one is Chill. Oh gosh, this is so neat. This is so much fun. Oh, I thought that would be brighter, but this is the Chill and that's Burst. This is probably gonna stain too. Let's see what it looks like when you blend it. This is supposed to create a nice watercolor finish, and I think that's gonna be super pretty on mature skin so it doesn't show any texture. And this is definitely a stain. Look at my fingers. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's definitely a stain. I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm scared. Let's go in with the red. I want to go in with Chill. This contains vegan collagen, which visibly firms the skin. This also contains aloe, which soothes and refreshes the skin. And of course, it has that cooling sensation. The cooling sensation is real. You can instantly feel it. I'm not going to apply it directly to my face. That's terrifying because it might dry down too fast and I might have a big streak on my face. But I want to, this is so fun. I'm going to tap it in, right through here and see. I love cream and liquid blushes, but my goodness, they never stay on my complexion and you always have to set it down with like a powder blush. But what's the point, you want something that's going to stay all day, and this is a stain. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is Chill. Do I have a brush just in case? Oh my gosh, please tell me you have a brush. Girl, you did not bring a brush down here. That's pretty. I mean, it works great with the fingers. It really does. And it's not picking up anything. That's really pretty. Oh, this is so unique. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and take my dampened beauty sponge and see if we can shear it out. I mean, it is a stain, but is it gonna be there forever? That's pretty. That's very fresh, very pretty. Now I wanna try Burst on this side. I know, I won't match, but this is what we got. Go in ever so carefully. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm seriously not even using that much. Wow. I mean, is it gimmicky? I don't know. I mean, do you think it's gimmicky? I think it's really pretty. This looks so fresh. Now the question is it gonna last all day? I love how they described it as a watercolor finish because that's exactly what it's giving. Which side do you like better? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think I'm liking the Burst side better. Oh, my skin looks glowy. It looks plump. I think I did better on this side. But you can also use it as a lip tint. So I'm really freaking out. This is gorgeous. I thought it was gonna be hokey, But we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see if it really does stain, if it really does last as long as they claim it, because this is supposed to last all day. so far it is just absolutely beautiful and refreshing looking. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it as a lip stain. It's definitely cooling. Ooh, oh. I think you have to be super accurate. This is kind of a big fatty tip, so I guess maybe use your finger so you can be a little more precise. I love a good lip stain. Oh yeah. Just make sure you really exfoliate your lips so you don't have like dry flaky lips, because it doesn't feel hydrating on the lips as much as it does on the cheeks, but it does offer a nice blurred stain. Actually, it's absolutely lovely. I love it. This was a really pleasant experience. But what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup, and we're gonna see exactly how this face looks in natural daylight. Okay, and here we are with the final look. Now for eyes, I guess I'm feeling a little nostalgic this week because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I pulled out the Natasha Denona Love palette. You guys, I couldn't resist. I figured with all these bright, beautiful colors from Milk Makeup with their jelly tint blushes and lip stain, I thought I'd go in with a really cute monochromatic look, and I literally just used 2 shades. I used first all over the lid, and then in the crease, I just went in with Intense. I took my pinky and took a little bit of transparent and just popped it in the inner corner to brighten up that eye. But I love how everything is monochromatic. Remember, I have Chill, the red blush on this side, and Burst, the pink one on this side. So, you know, it was a toss-up. I thought, what the hey man, let's pull out the Love palette. But such a fun palette. If you love bright, vivid colors, you know Natasha Denona's formula can't be beat. But this is just, if you love purples and pinks, this is still in stock. It's fantastic. I really love this eyeshadow palette, and it was fun to pull it out. And then on top of the lips, I went ahead and put Merit's lip oil in the shade Maraschino on top of the lips. Even though this is such a bright, vibrant lip stain, I wanted a little bit more hydration, more of a juiciness. Okay, so here we are with the complexion products all on. We've got our full face of makeup. I love the monochromatic look that we're going for today. I feel like a piece of candy, but that's okay. I'm looking at my complexion and it looks super, like, I don't know, luminous, shiny. It doesn't look shiny, but I'm wondering if we should add a tiny bit of translucent powder and let's see what it looks like. I didn't wear any translucent powder with it the other day, and it just looked so beautiful, and it was actually a colder day. I kind of judge what type of makeup products I use according to the weather. I know that sounds wacky, but when you live in the deep south and you wake up to humidity at 88%, you're thinking, okay, I may want to use a little translucent powder today to keep everything in place. So I just want to try just a little bit of translucent powder and see what it looks like on this side. So I'm just gonna go in with the Laura Mercier, the Ultra Blur. I mean, this foundation is blurring enough, but I can't even imagine what this would look like together. And I haven't tried it yet, so I'm excited to try it out with you. This is in the shade Honey. As you can see, it's got a little golden tint to it. I really don't want to apply too much. Just right through here. And see how that looks, especially throughout my most porous areas. Ooh, nice. Just to set that. I'm not even going really close to my under eye area, just right through there. Which side do you prefer? Do you like the translucent powdered side, or do you like just the foundation alone? This side still looks super radiant though. But yeah. I'm just gonna keep this side powdered. We're just doing the one side today. So yeah, let's go out in natural daylight and we'll go from there. And we are in natural daylight, and unfortunately it is a super cloudy day here. It's gonna rain, but oh yeah, and the humidity is like 90%, hence the straight flat hair. But I'm telling you, look at this. Look how pretty this is. I mean, granted, it is a foundation. It is a true foundation. Medium to buildable coverage. It just looks absolutely stunning on the skin. And the biggest high point that I love about this is how smoothing it is and how lightweight it is. It's almost as lightweight as that skin tint that I just tested out from Wet n Wild. That was ridiculously lightweight. This is even, I don't know, can they put air in foundation? I don't know. It's probably because of all the silicones in it. It definitely has a silky, slippery texture to it. It just, whoosh, it's kind of that stuff that you put on foggy windshields that just make the water go whoosh. It really does feel like that stuff. Help me out. What is that stuff? But it just really feels so smooth and so lightweight. I just can't get over this. I can't get over how beautiful it looks. I can't believe how fantastic the blush is looking. I know, chill on one side, burst on this side. I'm more privy to burst. I think burst is pretty. But yeah, this is about 2 hours in. It's doing beautifully, but we're gonna do some more check-ins. I don't know what's going on with my hair. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since I first applied the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation and the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. And I definitely have some thoughts, but let's take a look at the complexion up close and personal and see exactly what we're dealing with. Now, I did take some pictures with my phone at about the 5-hour mark after falling asleep. I'm sorry, it's been a long, rainy day, and when it rains, all I want to do is just cuddle up with the puppies and watch TV and just fall asleep. Sadly, that's what happened. But I woke up from like a 15-20 minute power nap, went outside, it was raining. I took some pictures with my cell phone, no filter, and man, was I impressed. It looks so smooth, but if you zoom in really close, you can see, you can tell it is a foundation. I think because I've been testing out a lot of skin tints recently, it's weird to put on a full, almost full coverage foundation. It's still really super smooth on the cheeks. My goodness, this jelly tint blush, whatever it is, I love it. I absolutely love it. You use it so sparingly and it stays. I mean, it stays. I've been trying to wash this off. I used a makeup wipe to try to get it off, trying to get this off all day long. It's there to stay. I'll probably just use some makeup remover to remove it, but man, it still looks so beautiful and juicy on the cheeks. It didn't fade, it didn't move my foundation. It just gives such a light, bouncy cheek. I love it. Now, as a stain, I drank coffee, some tea, some water. I think it works better on the cheeks, maybe because I put the merit oil on top of it. Maybe that's why it didn't last as long, but on its own, on the lips, it's slightly drying, which is so weird because it's so hydrating on the cheeks. I think I do like the shade Burst, the hot pink, better than Chill, which is kind of like a cherry red. I don't know, but remember, we did powder this side with the Laura Mercier Blur Out powder. I don't see a difference, honestly. They both look great. This one may look a little more blurred than this side. Now, you know how foundations and skin tints tend to bunge around and separate on my chin and this area through here. It's starting to do that a little bit right through there. But interestingly enough, I took my finger and just started tapping it in. And I've done no touch-ups today. But if you take like a stiffling brush, I'm just gonna take a smaller one. I think you can just, oopsie, I think you can just smooth it out. And it just makes it look, fresh again. You're not adding any more, ooh, cat hair. You're not adding any more product, you're just kind of buffing it back in. I'm not saying it separates super bad on my complexion, but we did have humidity of about 88% here on this rainy day in Tennessee. But I mean, this is beautiful. I can see why it went so viral. It's one of those foundations you want to save for date night, for a special occasion, for a wedding. It's absolutely stunning. Is it worth the $48/52 that I paid? I hate to say this, but I think yes. I think it's beautiful. I think it's worth the $48. I can see the hype surrounding this foundation. It is gorgeous. And you can get a sample of this at Sephora. Just ask them for a sample of the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. They give you a substantial amount where you can test it literally for 2-3 days. And that is the best way to test out a foundation to see if you have any sort of allergic reactions. But I love going into Sephora, getting samples from them. It is totally worth it. Try before you buy is what I say, but I absolutely love it. So the hype is real. I need a little bit of lip gloss. You guys, I didn't want to love it. I didn't want to love it, but I do. And yeah, those are my thoughts. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.